So I'm gonna talk you through some of the fight here because my plan pretty much failed immediately. The point of the Dinnerbone name tags is to flip the withers upside down so you can focus fire on one at a time. But I very quickly found out that I wasn't going to be able to jump high enough to actually reach them. So at this point I was definitely panicking. I tried my best to single out one at a time and I got close, but with 8 of them passing through each other, it just wasn't gonna work. And then I had an idea to jump and let the explosions launch me high enough to reach the withers. I noticed after that I must have been picking up XP from each wither I killed because my armor was mended a bit. But most importantly, I noticed that half the wither heads that dropped were blown up during the fight. So I fought a bunch more, this time in reasonable portions, until I had all 4 heads. Alright, so I placed the wither heads down already, but I think I can do better than scattering them across the ground. So that's supposed to be a mini wither, and then for the blue skulls I want to have them flying in front as if he's shooting them out. And that's the wither done. On to the mob that will probably cost me my sanity. When you breed any 2 regular axolotls, the baby has a 1 out of 1200 chance of being blue. Because axolotls only eat buckets of tropical fish, which don't stack, gathering the food itself is at least half the process. And if you think I'm going to be gathering 2400 fish like this, not a chance. Instead, I'm going to build a fish farm I found by Raiseworks. Alright, so the farm is complete. I'm sure the fish will start spawning any minute now. So, it turns out tropical fish can't spawn in bubble columns anymore. So I removed some of the soul sand at the bottom in a checkerboard pattern and modified the farm a bit to suit my needs. And now that it was functional, I grabbed a pair of yellow axolotls and set up the breeding area inside this floating island. I didn't get the axolotl on the first try, which was to be expected. What I didn't expect though was that this was going to be my life for the next 4 days. Over the next 113 Minecraft days, I bred axolotls. 36 hours. Collecting fish, breeding more, killing them off when it got too laggy, until eventually, over 4,000 axolotl babies later, I got it.
Oh my god! Wow!
From there, I got my first breeding pair and gained access to infinite blue axolotls, then secured the head. During those 4 days, I also got the pink and cyan heads, and then the brown one after the blue. And as for the yellow, well...
Wow. 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 Wow.
And with the axolotls complete, there was just 1 head left. Now, don't get me wrong, the Warden is a very deadly mob, capable of killing a player with the strongest armor in just a few hits. But it has its weaknesses. Testing in a creative world, I found that 6 iron golems could bring down the Warden. 5 would weaken it enough to allow me to get the final blow, so that the head would drop. But that felt too easy. So I'm just gonna 1v1 it. I've got a beacon with all the effects, extra totems, pearls, golden apples, and this little contraption that will hopefully make enough noise to distract it. Now I just need to make him angry. There he is. Now I'll just lure him over to the noisemaker. And that should do it. Now I'm just gonna fall back to my beacons. And let the games begin. Well, turns out the warden doesn't care that much about dispenser clicks when he's been hit in the forehead by an arrow. But I held my ground, before realizing that I was about to die. I decided to fall back, getting one more shot off to show him that I was not to be messed with, before flying face first into a wall and realizing that I cornered myself. But my next move changed the entire fight, because, as scary as the warden is, its ranged attack only reaches 20 blocks high, so it was helpless. And with a few more arrows, the beast was slain. And after 90 hours of headhunting, the final head was collected. Or so I thought. Now that the horses are done, I can place down a few more heads. I need a and 2 wandering trader heads on the Mushroom Island. You know, sorry, PETA. It's definitely not PETA. And in Clace, the last 2 snowy this has to be the culprit because he dropped the Admire corn. Corn? I want to put a Mindy. Okay, sir, I'm gonna need you to strap up. Whoa. And Magma Cube and Magma Cube at the top of the desert. And if you think I'm gonna, I'm Batman.